Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts here in the Z Gaming Saloon for May 2nd, 2020, with your host, Beastburger2448 and Rampant Epsilon.
Hi.
Hey, it's May.
That it is.
By some miracle. It's hard for me to believe it is May at this point, because I'm just like, where is this year gone? Besides the dumpster at this point.
I mean, that is a very valid answer, anyhow.
Yeah, this year has been dumpstered super hard.
Yeah.
At least not with Toku, because Kuga's on Tubi now and other official streaming services.
Also, it's possible I forgot to check and make sure that, yeah, it's not. That it was capturing the right window for the articles.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad I thought about that right then.
I'm through episode 6 on my rewatch of Kuga, since I have watched Kuga, unlike the original series, so this is a rewatch for me.
How do you feel about it on the second run?
It has been long enough that I only remember like the big moments from Kuga, so I'm kind of rediscovering the show where I'm like, oh wow, we didn't get a Kuga form change until like episode 5 actually.
Huh.
More or less, episodes 1 and 2 are growing form and mighty. 3 and 4 are actually dedicated to the Tri-Chaser. We get an extended fight scene with the Tri-Chaser in episode 4, which I'm just like, oh my god, I forgot about those. And then 5 and 6, we get the debut dragon. Also, these subs have all of the Grongi subtitled. So if you care about that, it's there. Like every other release that is not the original broadcast of the series at this point. The best equivalent I give it would be like if the Overlords were subtitled for Gaim. Which, considering that I think about it, nothing the Overlords say in their subtitling I think matters in the long run.
Yeah. Which that might be for that reason kind of deal.
Yeah. Like, you get spoiled on like one plot point early, but that's kind of it. You more or less just get to know the villain's motivations long before the heroes do. Yeah, that's it. Through episode 6. I'm enjoying it. I'll probably be watching it since we're not doing it for the show. We may or may not be getting X8 next, because apparently, as someone found out, if you search on Roku's service, it pulls up the original series, Kuga, and then X8 for some reason, by saying it's from like 2020 to present.
Huh.
It might not be the case. Apparently it's some channel that's rebroadcasting it.
I mean, I would kind of feel like that's weird to have that kind of a jump.
True.
Like, the original series in Kuga, I can understand that's the turn of the new eras kind of deal. So, if we followed that mentality, then truthfully, 0-1, but I mean, technically, you could also say double. Because we do kind of have that hard break with Decade.
Yeah, I think my only problem with double is that we don't know our status with subbing the ancillary material, like the movies and stuff. And like, subbing Kuga's fine because Kuga has no movie. It has like 3 TV specials, 2 of which are recaps. So it's a meh. We're not missing out on anything there.
Double, though, we really are if we don't get A to Z.
we miss one of the best characters of the series with Skull. We miss one of the best movies of the franchise with AZ. And we're I don't know how much we're missing with the return movies, to be honest.
I really feel like, though, Double definitely wouldn't be complete if you didn't have A to Z subbed with it, kind of deal.
Yeah, I'm like, at a bare minimum, I want A to Z subbed with it.
Yeah. And the main reason I'm like that is because the show specifically says, here's where the movie takes place, go watch the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be different if it was like a lot of the others where it's like, this is about where the movie should be.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that one, it says, here, movie.
Yeah, but yeah, like, since we don't know what the status is for the movies, because technically Ichigo does have movies. The original series does have movies that are not subbed at the moment, so that might tell us that maybe we're not getting them, or maybe they'll see a separate... I think it's been said that those are separate license from the series itself, which is why Power Rangers doesn't use any movie footage from any of the Sentai series that they've adapted over the years, because those are separate licenses. With their own like deals and stuff, which is maybe why we're not seeing any movie or ancillary material subbed yet. Maybe it might be a case that they don't want to start striking deals like that until they know how the shows themselves are going to be taken. Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, then I could see Double be in the next one, because that might be that push for, hey, we got the movies going too.
Yeah. Do what, clock? Clock? I thought he was talking to us for a second.
I did too, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess I hope the movies come. I kind of would like the idea that if they're going, since we've done the original series and we've done Kuga, if they kind of ping pong between the Showa and Heisei eras.
Yeah, I kind of would like that too.
Because now that we have Kuga, it's just like, let's go back and do V3, and then we'll come back and do Agito. Because it gives like a nice variety for anyone who's like following these as they go. Quality, definitely, once we start getting deeper into the first phase of the Heisei era, but that's just me on that one. But yeah, there's that. So go watch it, folks. So before we get into a decent bit of articles, a couple of them are in pairs, but we have a decent amount of articles. Before we get into that, Tommy, what have you been playing these last couple weeks or so?
Not really anything.
I would talk to you about Ninjala, but I couldn't get into the beta. I gave up after 30 minutes. Into an hour-long session. Yeah, the Ninjala beta did not go over well. Apparently the game is like fine. And since it's free to play, I'm willing to give it a try when it comes out, like, I think some point this month.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think it's like mid-May, maybe. But yeah, I'm not... I'd have to see how that free-to-play goes. Crap, I was playing something I was going to talk about, and I don't remember what it was. Shit. I'm playing more Persona 5 Royal. I'm through more or less the waiting out Futaba's dungeon. since I beat that like a while back. I'm through all of the like 3 weeks I had after I beat it. But I'm into kind of the break between it don't matter. If you're if you're up to sticking around, stick around. Whenever you need to drop, take the bow. Said you were feeling tired, so.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a drowsiness, but I enjoy talking with y'all. But I mean, I know it can get kind of frustrating talking to people that are tired, and I don't know how tired I am, so I just kind of leaving it up to y'all. If y'all want me to go, then let me know.
If you feel like you need to bounce, go ahead. If not, you can stick around.
Sounds good. So, what are we conversating? What are we conversating about?
What have you been playing last couple weeks? I was talking Persona 5 Royal.
Oh.
I'm like halfway through the game since I played all of Persona 5, meaning I can skip all the cutscenes that are not new to Royal. Which means I've kind of blown through half the game in like probably half the time I took to originally beat the game. But it's still good. I'm still enjoying it. I'm in this like weird section where it's more or less just like normal Persona 5. So I'm like, okay, I know all this. And all of the S-Links I'm covering are also the S-Links I've already seen, so I'm kind of blazing through them. So it's just a lot of like just doing things for the stats and for doing them rather than for the story and the characters, since I already know them. I could have sworn I was playing something. No. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Oh well. But Glock, since you're here, what have you been playing the last couple weeks or so? Or anything noteworthy beyond that, maybe?
Me?
Yes.
I think I have officially taken on the title of fucking masochist with Doom Eternal.
Are you doing that one life run I've heard about?
Which one have you heard about?
I think it's like hardest difficulty. You've got one life. If you lose, you're back at the beginning.
I have not gone that far yet.
Okay.
Probably,
me,
thank God.
Yeah. And notice how I said yet, because for some reason it doesn't feel right unless you beat these games as on the hardest difficulty. But as of right now, I am on Ultra Nightmare, and it's my ultra fucking nightmare.
Are you having problems with the one enemy I keep hearing about being bad in this game?
Who?
I was about to say, isn't it the Marauder? I think is what it is.
I don't know. I have had a bunch of enemies thrown at me every fucking where, so maybe.
Because I keep hearing about the Marauder being bad, and I've seen gameplay of the Marauder, and I just kind of look at the Marauder and go, you just need more ways of cracking you open to damage is the problem. You just don't have enough ways to crack you open for damage. You're just defensive forever. Oh god damn it, Ty. Why are you playing Jump Force? Why? Ty, stop playing bad fighting games. God damn it.
Who's playing Jump Force?
Someone we follow, Ty Tuesday, he's playing Jump Force because it went on sale, apparently.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, I've not heard good things about that one.
Jump Force is okay.
I'm gonna take that as it's not okay. You're just trying to somewhat defend it because you feel like it's not as bad.
I can't. It's like it's not. It's okay. It's just. It's not
good.
Great.
I believe people have also complained about like the rep on that one, the spread of the representation for Jump being very skewed and very bad at times.
I don't fucking remember, to be honest.
But yeah, anything else besides the Doom?
Yes. I had just bought Ace Combat 7.
I'm trying to remember if that's the one I've heard about recently for some reason. I remember hearing something about an Ace Combat game, but I don't remember.
It's the new one, Ace Combat. Fuck, what's it called? Ace Combat. Skies Unknown, number 7.
I'm trying to think if it's. I'm trying to remember why I was hearing about it. I think it was because it was getting really dark and gritty for some reason, and that was really weird for Ace Combat, I think.
I think it's good for the franchise. I mean, that kind of fighting shouldn't always be, sunshine and lollipops.
Oh yeah, but like it was like this weird like you were being really edgy for like no reason. It's like what is happening? Where is this happening? A lot of confusion about the story, I think.
Well,
is what I was hearing.
Well, I'm gonna be playing through it here, not blah blah. I'm gonna be playing through. Fuck.
Try that again.
Words, sentences.
Okay, let me take a deep breath. Hang on.
I mean, I was gonna suggest you not chewing on your tongue, and that might help too, but
it's a good game.
All right.
I plan on playing it soon.
Hey, you did it.
Anything else before we hit up for articles?
Oh, anything else that I've played? I attempted Legendary again, and then after I played 30 minutes of it, I said nope. A whole bunch of nope to this fucking hand grenade that went off in a fucking shit silo.
Didn't it come out on PS3 originally?
Yeah.
Okay, it's that game then. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's bad. That's a.
And the beginning had me so fucking hopeful. It was such a badass little beginning. And then no.
Look, that may or may not have come out the same year that gave us that Alone in the Dark game that is also really bad.
Like, I think the best way I could describe it is Legendary is trying to be the darkness without being the darkness.
That is a pull that I don't think any developer should be trying for.
No.
Like y'all understand what I'm saying though, right?
Yes.
Like it really feels like it's a darkness ripoff. And being a child that has fucking loved the Darkness games, it's a no for me. I'm pressing my buzzer right now. It's a no for me.
Well, anything else before we hit up releases? Or not releases. Wow. No, articles.
We're not
wow.
that far in.
No, we're not. We are extremely not. Never mind.
I would say I've had an urge to play. I've had an urge to play a Final Fantasy. This Final Fantasy, the newest one.
Oh, 7R?
Yeah. I know I can't, but I've had.
Yeah. To quote a lot of people, like, regardless of the nonsense that is the ending of the game, 98% of this game is good. It's like the last 2% that is more or less like the last chapter is just nonsense and may or may not be making this remake a sequel instead of a remake. And also, how much do you like Advent Children? Because I've heard new things that make me go, oh god, are we going to make Advent Children canon? I thought we tried to ignore Advent Children.
I'm trying to remember what Advent Children run. Or the only thing I remember from Advent Children is the fucking bikes.
Well, you do get some of that if you like that style of action with Roche.
That's literally the only thing I remember, so I'm unsure.
I mean, it seems worth it, but my hangups mainly stem from I've been on the Square train with Kingdom Hearts for more than I really feel like I should have been at this point. I want off. I don't want to get on this train again, and I'm definitely not getting on this train for fucking 7. No, y'all have fun. I'm out. I want no part of this. I will be happy to watch this from the outside looking in.
Here's my thing. And spoiler alert for Final Fantasy VII Remake, if you're listening, might want to tone this off for now. The way they ended it, where Zack was shown as not dead, makes me have hope for a sort of Crisis Core reboot. Maybe give it its own title and make it a non-PSP item. Make it a full-fledged console item, not some gimmicky bullshit. And that would be really nice. I would love to play a full-fledged Final Fantasy with Zack.
Well, you might get like 7R with Zack as the main character. Maybe if they decide to do like a side series that is, here is 7R but Zack instead of Cloud.
What?
It's a guess. I was listening to Easy Allies podcast where they were talking about this, and someone threw out the idea of DLC for 7R that is 7R another time, and it is, hey, you start the bombing mission, except instead of Cloud getting off the train, it's Zack. So now you play 7 with Zack as the main character instead of Cloud. And it would be like a smaller, more condensed version of 7R as a DLC. Mm-hmm. Bear in mind, it was a pitch, not an actual thing, just somebody pitching an idea. Because, like, the fuck do you do with Zack now that we have introduced him into this nonsense? What do you do? Where do we go with this? There's an avenue.
Yeah.
Granted, someone else pitched the idea of, hey, what if the final boss, since we've already kind of blown the Cloud Sephiroth 1v1 final boss, what if it's Cloud and Zack v Sephiroth to end this little saga of 7R? Yeah, anything else?
Not that I can think of.
I was just fixing to say I take the silence as a no.
My brain is moving on slow-mo at the moment, so I'm trying to think, and I don't think so. So.
All right. You might need this because I don't think you have the site and stuff bookmarked, I would assume.
I do not have them bookmarked, so a quick link would be great.
By the way, that link is something you could bookmark because it would permanently have whatever list of articles we have.
So it'll always be this link?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, articles.
Thanks to the magic of web design.
Yep. Articles this week. Starting off with a quick little pair. Mainly due to the first part of this, not necessarily the second part of this, because Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima have both got release dates now after Last of Us 2 was on indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
And Ghost of Tsushima was AFK since E3 last year, I think.
Yep.
Or 2 years ago at this point? I don't remember. Ghost of Tsushima is just kind of like, it was here and then it was gone. But yeah, Last of Us Part 2 is slated for June. Nope, that's the Ghost of Tsushima one. Where's the Last of Us 2?
June 19th.
June 19th. Okay, there it is. I saw the June 26th and I'm like, no, that's not right. And Ghost of Tsushima is slated for July 17th. So, two big PlayStation 4 titles coming real soon. One of those not soon enough because apparently a not Sony nor Naughty Dog employee had a build of Last of Us Part 2, or several builds of Last of Us Part 2, I'm not sure on that part,
and leaked the living
slammed up the whole lot of it on the internet for everyone to enjoy.
He pressed the fuck you button on the right of your computer. He pressed that button.
Naughty Dog has also got to talk about this in a tweet real quick by saying, we are disappointed by this. We hope you get to avoid spoilers and still get to enjoy the game. But yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really else they can do.
Yeah.
Here.
And when I say these are builds, these are dev builds of the game because they have timestamps or like date stamps and all that on the footage.
Right.
I haven't went and looked into the footage because I'd rather not, but apparently that's what's tipped off people to this. These are dev builds of the game from different points of development with all these cutscenes and stuff, and probably gameplay as well, I would assume. So I'm not sure if like the whole game is on the internet now, or at least the big important parts. So viewer beware. Spoilers abound. So how did the two of you feel about Last of Us and Tsushima getting finally dated, but one of it not fast enough?
I have a personal hope with this one that, I mean, I know it'll be a while, but I'm hoping The Last of Us 2 and The Last of Us do get released on PC, and I hope that Ghost of Tsushima gets released on PC, because they all three of them look like beautiful games.
Don't hold your breath.
I will hold my breath because Sony has said that before and ended up doing exactly what they said they weren't gonna do. So I'm gonna hold my breath here and hope that maybe they throw us a little bit of a bone, you know, because PlayStation they're losing grip. It feels like.
There was a point where I would make a comment like, you know, we'll get Halo on PC first, but
We have Halo on PC.
We have most of the Halos on PC at this point, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think, what are we missing Halo-wise for PC?
I think it's all the 343 ones at this point.
Nope.
Or no.
No.
Is it 4? Or no, it's 5, isn't it? We're missing.
Once Master Chief Collection gets finished, yes, it'll be 5. But as of right now, 2, 3, ODST, and 4.
Okay.
Which 2 will change here in probably within a month, I'd say. Because they're almost at the point of dropping it, so.
At the point of dropping it?
Dropping it on the Microsoft Store.
Gotcha.
And Steam.
See, that I'm running into issues. I've got 3 different fucking groups to go to for games. Fucking Epic, Xbox, and Steam, and it's frustrating.
Well, you need to add you a little bit of Origin and some Uplay in there too, and then you'll be doing real good.
Origin's already in here, and Uplay is the newest baby that has joined the party.
Super Bunny Hop did a video on that, essentially, of just like, there are too many storefronts on PC for games. What programs out there can condense all this into one place?
Nothing.
And the answer is none, more or less. None of them are sufficient enough to pull it off.
I mean,
that's what's funny, because
G2A kind of does it.
On Linux, there is a program that you could kind of like Steam with other emulators, so it is doable.
Yeah.
It's just no one's figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
And not get sued, let me put it that way.
Well, G2A does it. You can easily find the keys you're looking for.
Right, but this is like already installed games, is what we're talking about here. How do you the problem of having too many launchers and too many games across all those launchers, how do you condense this into one place? You just open this up and just go, I want to play this, and you hit a button and it just pops that open.
That would be nice.
Yeah. That is the problem that PC gamers face. Yeah, it sucks for Last of Us 2. I just would like to play Last of Us 2, but I need to recomplete Last of Us because I lost my save file when I had to reformat my PS3 because I was stupid.
You know what wouldn't have that problem? Nintendo wouldn't have that problem.
Except they have their own problem at the moment.
And to be fair, it is possible to format your Switch and lose everything. I haven't done it, but it is possible.
So bear this in mind.
All your datas are not safe.
Bear in mind, what I'm about to say is only rumor at the moment. This is not confirmed by Nintendo themselves yet, but I feel like they probably will comment on this by the end of the month, since this will be relevant next month. But they will not be having a Nintendo Direct in time for the, I guess now, digital E3 festivities, as I guess other developers and stuff are going to be playing E3 stuff. even though we're not going to E3 at all. And E3 doesn't exist. Probably for the better, because I don't think anyone wanted to deal with Qtainment this year.
I think E3 is a bit of a bittersweet thing for me now. I have always loved E3. And my dream has always been to come and see E3. But the truth is, after all of this, I truly believe we won't have an E3 anymore.
I mean, to be fair, we've not really had an E3 for how many years?
A couple at least.
I mean, we've had one, it's just been shit shows.
I get back to we've not really had one in how many years?
I think, in all honesty, if you are still looking to have that E3 experience, Gamescom, I think, is your next stop, is your next best bet. And plus, it's a trip to Germany.
Yeah.
It's that or Tokyo Game Show at this point. And both of them have, like, really upped in prominence since E3 has kind of taken a nosedive hard. Like,
Yeah.
I re-looked up the attendance numbers, and E3 last year got, like, a quarter of the attendance that Gamescom got of the same year.
Jesus.
And bear in mind, Gamescom was, like, 2 months later than E3, with no major announcements. Like, the 7R demo that everyone made a big deal about at E3 was the same 7R demo at Gamescom, and yet more people went to Gamescom.
Who is John?
John, what?
Not for stream, I blame John.
Oh, that's it's the reason for the title. Proton John is who I'm referencing.
Okay.
Because I'm the one who put that in there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no Nintendo Direct is going to feel weird, especially since we don't know the holiday lineup for Nintendo yet. And
which is also weird.
Yeah. That feels like the big thing we'd be talking about at E3 this year is that winter lineup that we don't know about. And, you know, we also be talking about that Sword and Shield DLC that's going to be dropping the same month, or at least the first part of it.
And, you know, that's also making me wonder if it's not going to be the last part of the month.
Yeah, and like...
Because usually stuff like that, they save for their E3 Direct and are just like, hey, go break the eShop now.
Yeah, and if we're still on track for our first Smash character of Fighter Pass 2, it should be this month. Presumably with an announcement or at least a tease of who's next at E3. Assuming that's still on track at the moment, we're not. That may be up in the air now. So, and as the image shows, like Breath of the Wild 2 is still out there in the ether in development. Same
with Metroid Prime 4 and potentially the Prime trilogy, if that's one of them.
Yeah, and who knows what else Nintendo has under its belt. So it feels weird to just be like, hey, there's no Nintendo Direct when we were expecting one. It's just like, oh boy, did Prime 4 really just shake up everything?
I'm almost feeling like it did. And it's just taking them this long to try to recover.
Yeah. Which, you know, might be a blessing because they don't have to worry about competing with the Series X and the 5 this year.
True. Of course, they're not truly competing with them anyhow, so...
Right. But anywho, anything else?
Nah.
Alright then, Assassin's Creed had its next installment.
Oh, I mean that too.
Yep, announced after a stream of them, I think, doing the drawing up the key art from someone on stream and then releasing a nice little cinematic trailer that shows, yes, we are adapting the Vikings TV show from A&E. Because it's Viking season.
I mean, we have to go to Valhalla.
Yep. Ivor is our main character. It's a male and female choice. You don't have to worry about your sibling just popping in out of nowhere, I guess. All sorts of customization for him. Norway and England are locales to be exploring. I'm pulling this up from Game Informer's 25 Things. You can dual wield weapons. Every piece of gear is unique. Combat is described as brutal, crunchy, and weighty.
I don't know how I feel about those words being for describing combat, but okay.
Well, the ship management with your crews and stuff from Odyssey is back in this one. Because you have a long ship to go on raids and your crew is customizable. You've got assaults, which are big set pieces, and raids you can go on with your long ship. Assassins and Templars are present in this game, so yay! They brought that back after it being absent from Odyssey. Was it not a thing in Odyssey? I do not remember.
I don't know. I didn't get far enough.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
Okay, good to know.
The game was one boring... The game was meant to show you that before the Assassins and Templars, there was these guys and these guys.
So the not Assassins and not Templars, more or less.
They were basically, wow. So there's always two people fighting, no matter what.
Ivor will be meeting the Assassins and be getting his Hidden Blade from them. You can see the Hidden Blade in the trailer. It's actually in an over the fist style Hidden Blade, which I think that's been in the franchise before, but I don't remember who uses it. I feel like someone has used an instead of an underhand, an overhand Hidden Blade. I honestly don't remember, but Ivor has that. King Alfred of Wessex will be one of our antagonists. Layla's story in the present day continues. Whoever the fuck is Layla? Ubisoft Montreal is leading development on Valhalla, and 12 other Ubisoft studios are supporting Valhalla's development, along with Spearsoft. And this will be cross-gen. It will be on current-gen consoles in PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. And it is slated for the holiday season. So how do we feel about not Thor over here?
Darn it. I was fixing to make a comment about that too.
It does help I've already made a reference to the Bifrost in the last 2 weeks. So
yeah, I know it.
Is it sad that if Mjolnir is not a weapon in this game and I can't throw it at people and call it back, I'm gonna be disappointed?
Nope, because I'd probably be right there with you.
If we don't get Mjolnir, which is probably the most famous thing out of Norse mythology in terms of weaponry, I will be sad. Because even though the new God of War, which uses Norse mythology, you don't wield Mjolnir, you more or less are wielding Mjolnir in axe form. So that still works.
I'll be honest. The Viking era is one of my favorites. The Viking era and feudal Japanese era are my two favorite eras of our history. And I do not have hope for this game.
Do you not?
Purely because he mentioned that in the cinematic trailer he saw Odin and shouted Odin is with us. I'm trying to wrap my head around what they might be trying to do with that whole Odin being a thing.
What? Odin's an ancient, or this isn't the first time we've given a god made a god into a character in this franchise, so I didn't even blink at that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the first time you've done this. I don't know why you think I should be surprised by this.
I was just more or less surprised at the fact that they're gonna go with just throwing gods into the mix. Like, what happened to the original Assassin's Creed? You know, the shit, it just feels like they've lost their way.
It's called We've Soft Rebooted the Franchise and no one has caught on yet.
It really seems like it.
I'll just be disappointed when Thor, if he shows up in this game, will not look like Chris Hemsworth. I'm sorry, if he does not have a winged helmet and is throwing his hammer around to fly, I'm sad.
So, are you at all excited for the new Avengers Assemble game?
The Square Enix one?
I think that's a game we all need to get and play.
I have reservations about that because it's a live service game.
Because it's a what?
It's a live service game.
And?
Historically speaking, live service games do not do well in their first year.
So, we can go through the train wreck together.
I would not like to go through the train wreck, to be honest. I tried being with a live service game at the start. I didn't like it.
Which game was that?
The original Destiny.
But you went through that alone. I'm talking all three of us.
If they were actually more upfront about how the fuck the multiplayer is going to work in that game, maybe. But they haven't.
In my opinion, I'm imagining it's going to be something like, that. The fuck happened to the mouse? Baby, oh, I was about to say, baby, did you take the mouse? No. That game where you have to escape prison, and it's two of you, and you both have your own little objectives and shit. But
I know what you're talking about, but I highly doubt it.
I'm thinking it's going to be something more along the lines of that, but more action-oriented and fast-paced. You know, where each character is doing his own thing. They're actually contributing as a whole by being a part. You know?
Yeah.
That's my mentality on it.
I don't know. Everything I've heard about that game since it's been announced has just made me go, no, I need to see this at launch before I even remotely attempt to care about this. Especially when you take a 6-month delay on your release date. Especially after an E3, behind closed doors E3 demo, that looked really bad. Like, really bad.
Oh, there was a behind closed doors E3 demo?
Yes, last year. It was really bad. There's a reason they did not demo the game at E3 in the public.
Is it available to view on YouTube?
No, but you can hear different people talk about it and talk about how we are talking like 10 frames at some points for the gameplay. It looked pretty rough. Hey, anything else? Before we move on to wrestling?
No.
Alright then. So, WWE 2K20 was not well received, especially when it stopped working in the year of 2020.
Yeah.
Because the time changed.
Yep.
So, and also, Ukes doesn't work on the game anymore. Because they wanted to make their own wrestling game, and then I guess they took their ball and ran, because 2K said, no, you're not. So, we are in fact not going to be getting a 2K21 this year.
What?
But we are getting a wrestling game from the developers of NBA 2K Playgrounds.
What?
We are getting a WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Oh, this looks rough.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember that one time we got an arcade wrestling game? What if that, but not good?
You mean the mobile game that's not good?
No, All Stars, I think is what it was called.
Oh, all I can think of is the wrestling mobile games that keep coming out.
Also, apparently you can kill somebody with a gator by just, I guess, in this game, maybe? I don't know what it's implying.
With a what?
You can throw somebody towards a giant alligator and they'll eat them, maybe? I am looking at the trailer and I'm just like, oh, this game does not look good. That model of Charlotte does not look good. Wait a minute, they were the devs behind Halo Online? Oh god. Oh god.
Fuck. I just dropped that whole fucking...
I'm looking at this list and... Oh, they're responsible for the Switch port of Witcher 3. Oof. I did.
Was the port that bad?
Oh, it looks pretty bad. The Switch was not made to run Witcher 3.
Well, no, but I mean, if it runs it, that's all that really matters, right?
Oh, it runs it. It just does not run it well.
But I mean,
they assisted on development of the Combat Evolved Anniversary. They published the Shaq Fu game that came out recently. Oof.
Making me want it even more.
Oof. No.
You mean you didn't like that Shaq Fu?
No, it was bad.
I mean, Shaq Fu is like the meme. And that's all I'm gonna say. The meme.
They did do World War Z, which I think turned out decently well.
Oh shit! Look at that. Gears Tactics is one of the games that was added to
Game Pass.
Yeah.
That apparently turned out okay. Although there's real confusion about why do you have regular units if you keep wanting me to use hero units? If you keep giving me all these hero units that are just better.
They didn't just do CE Anniversary, they also did 2 Anniversary. By the way.
Well, that's that's some good things, but they assisted on those, so that I guess it only counts for so much.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Saber was actually like mostly in charge for CEA. I don't know about 2 Anniversary, but I'm pretty sure CEA was mostly them.
Yeah, that sounds better. This game still looks rough.
Yeah, this game looks. Oof.
This game looks like they just got told, hey, make a wrestling game in like 6 months, and they just made this.
6 months?
Maybe.
You're giving them more time than I would think on this, but okay.
To be fair, that's how long WWE 2K20 had to complete development with a studio that's used to assisting on it instead of being the main developer on it.
I feel like this was probably like half that time frame. I'm seriously thinking this was they were working on talks for a 2K21. When that fell through, they came to them and was like, do this please, quick. Because this looks super rushed.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got for articles this week. But we do have a tier list, because that's how we kill time here when we don't have enough time for news. So we do tier lists.
Yep.
We've done a Final Form tier list for Ryder and a summer movie tier list for Heisei Rider. And now, excluding our good dog friends and Armageddon Dragon, it is legendary time with the Pokemon. Is it weird that I feel like this is going to be shorter because most of the trios I think are going to get ranked together?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same.
Also, I have the list pulled up on the side with their names because I don't remember the name for everything.
Oh, thank God. Because I don't. Please tell me they're in the same order.
They are relatively in the same order. I think Zagrade got put in front on me for some stupid reason. Or Zagrade complete form. Which I think is Zagrade's representation on this list for some reason.
You're right, actually. And yes, it's at the very beginning for mine too.
Also, why is Type Null and Silvally here? Excuse me?
Reasons.
Okay, we're ignoring them.
We're restroom, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna, I guess, kick this off, and we'll get Glock's opinion on this when he gets back. With the original trio, the Birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, because I'm just gonna roll the trios together.
I kind of feel the same on that.
How do we feel about the Good Bird trio?
I mean, what's our criteria? Are we just going for best Pokemon, like best representation? Like, what are we thinking?
I don't want to say best usage because I've barely used most of these Pokemon, so I can't speak to that.
Same.
I almost want to feel like best representation and best usage in games and or movies, more or less. If you have any opinion on those.
Very little, actually, as far as the chosen movies kind of deal.
Yeah, I can step in for some of that, but more or less just best representation. I guess mainly in the games, but movies and TV show if it's noteworthy enough.
I mean,
does that feel?
I feel on that kind of a note, the legendary birds kind of are exactly that. I mean, that's one of those that most people at least know about them.
Yeah, I feel like they're the nice middle ground legendaries.
Yeah,
they're a nice, like, this is the baseline for legendaries.
Like they're clearly not the iconic as we're fixing to get to Mew and Mewtwo.
I was about to say, most of Mewtwo and Mew's fame, I think, comes from not their games.
Yeah.
More or less. It mostly comes from the one movie and the one representation we did for Mewtwo.
Yeah,
I just look over to John.
I kind of feel like you're right, kind of middle ground.
Yeah, I just look over the John stream and I see him reading a book. Because people voted for a book, a game on the DS that is just books. So, Mewtwo Mew, I feel like rolling them together works because, again, trios and pairs kind of just go together in this kind of conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like out of practically just about every legendary, I feel like they've been the best in terms of representation. Like, Mew is practically a meme. The original meme of Pokemon. But like Mewtwo is, I feel like the only one out of this list that's an actual character. Except for one, but we'll get there.
Kind of super top for them.
Yeah, I feel like that's the benchmark for the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't argue with you on that, because like I just said, they kind of are the most iconic out of the legendaries.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not as far as all the Pokemon go, but out of the legendaries, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, our other good dog trio, or good dogs in this case, as a trio, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I feel like your feelings on them depend on how you feel about trying to catch them in their original games.
Oh, is it not fun?
You can track them with the Pokedex because they're on the map, but they run away after one turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're like Abra.
Yes. Except they can go anywhere on the map.
That would be annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only noteworthy thing I have for them, to be honest, because otherwise, oh look, it's another pair, another trio that are all elemental.
That are clearly following the legendary bird mentality.
Yes, because they are the exact same elements too. So,
yeah.
I almost want to rank them lower because their method of catching is bullshit, is garbage. So you get dock points for that one.
I mean, I guess if we look at that, but how hard is it in any other game where you have a potential of catching them?
Not nearly as hard because they're just like every other legendary. So they lose their uniqueness. That is that catching method.
Which is probably for the better, truthfully, but...
So do they get bumped up to join the birds in that case?
I don't think so. Because of, like you said. I mean, I think we should weigh both how you catch them within their game as well as other means. So that's one of those, I feel like not quite, but at the same time, I don't feel like they should be anywhere at the bottom kind of deal.
No.
Like, that catch method is kind of dumb. Not gonna lie.
Although they're the first ones to have a story attached to them because they have a specific NPC trainer attached to wanting to catch them. So, you know what? That balances it out for me. So they get to join the birds and be kind of on the same par. Congratulations, you got to have plot. You get to have plot, which is more than any legendary before you got. So, congratulations. All right, so time for the box arts. The first box art legendaries. Lugia and Ho-Oh. I have a weird bias towards Lugia, and I think it's because it's water type.
It's very possible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what their relevance in their games, because I honestly don't remember what the relevance in Gold and Silver are right offhand.
And see, I don't think I've played Gold and Silver or the remakes, so I don't really know either.
Yeah. Bulbapedia, help us out here. Thanks, Bulbapedia, for giving me everything but game plot.
I mean, it gave you what you didn't ask for. That should be good enough.
It looks like it's kind of like with the birds, where it's just a challenge you can do before the end of the game. So not super plot relevant. They kind of feel middle of the road, to be honest. I think the only reason they get anything higher than that is from the anime, because Lugia is more or less the main legendary in the second movie, because he gets rolled in with our good bird trio, which elevates Lugia, and Ho-Oh gets to be the reason everyone thinks that Ash is immortal.
I was waiting on that. I was so waiting on that.
Ash is eternally 14 because Ho-Oh's fault. That's why we can't have new protagonists. It's Ho-Oh's fault. I don't know. I still think they're kind of middle of the road. Like, maybe a little higher.
Maybe, but I kind of feel like I almost feel like if we bump them higher, then the bird trio would have to go higher too. Kind of deal. Because I kind of feel like they're on par.
Yeah. I guess they get to be middle of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so our good time fairy, Celebi. All I know about Celebi is from the one movie where Ash time travels and meets a young Professor Oak. And also the one event where you get to meet, I think, was it Giovanni in Gold and Silver? So, yeah. So that was a good way to introduce Celebi, in the games at least. So he gets elevated just for having plot, which I think is the struggle for any legendary, of just, you have no plot.
Yeah.
So you at least get elevated for that, but you don't get much more than that. And I think that's just the problem with a lot of these early legendaries, is they have nothing attached to them.
Very true. So where are we figuring?
I guess A. I guess in the middle. No character, but you got plot, so you get to be A. Okay, 3/4 of the Reggies. And I kind of want to roll in Regigigas at this point too, because he might as well just get the fuck in here with his Reggie brethren. So Regirock, Regice, Registeel. I give them credit for making you learn Braille to capture them, because you had to decipher Braille to figure out how to get to them. or figure out what different challenge you had to do to get to them. Like if you had to learn to use a certain move or go to some certain place and do certain steps and stuff. So there's that. That's actually a good method about going about catching them. But otherwise, they're just like the birds, where they're just here's the thing to go beat. And I think Regigigas is the same way, where you just get told about a temple and you go to the temple and you go catch Regigigas. So I don't know. They get a better catching method, so I'm willing to say A. Just on that. But I think otherwise they're kind of the normal for legendaries, where it's just like, they're just a thing that exists that you can go catch.
I can see that, actually. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
you describing that does actually kind of seem like a neat little way of doing it.
I'm back.
We are ranking legendary Pokemon.
Are we throwing Regigigas in there too? Or
Yeah, I'm throwing him in there with him. He might as well join the rest of his Reggie brethren. Because I think you have to have all three Reggies to get Regigigas, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. You have to have all three Reggies to go catch Regigigas at the temple. So.
What the fuck is Regigigas?
It is a giant Pokemon robot thing.
Based off of Reggie Filzame?
No.
It's not.
No.
It sure feels like it.
Well, I guess that brings us to the Jetbirds, Latios and Latios. I don't know their relevance in Ruby Sapphire
I don't
at
either.
all. But oh wait, no. Yeah, it is Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah.
So, are there not beings stronger than Mew and Mewtwo?
I mean, we have Pokemon God at some point. We have to talk about.
Like, of the holy one, like final I am God, not I
Yes.
am a God?
No, you are God. Capital G God.
Oh,
Literal God.
fun.
And this is more of a representation, more so than just pure power kind of deal.
Yes. We're talking plot character here. Which is a struggle for legendaries, so that's why we can have a conversation about this.
Okay.
Is it weird that the most I know about the Latis is the one movie where one of them dies?
That's more than me.
Yeah. Pokemon Heroes, actually. They got Mega Evolutions. That's not saying much.
I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions, so yeah, that doesn't say too much.
I feel like they're getting middle of the road treatment, because they just kind of exist.
I mean, yeah, I kind of can't think of an argument on that one, actually.
I got no reason to drop them lower is the problem. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you to drop you lower. You just exist.
You're just a thing that exists.
Yeah.
But they're powerful.
I mean, they are your avenue to getting more legendaries in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I think is the only other noteworthy thing.
Right. So they're what? They're more like scapegoats?
They're more like jets. They're Pokemon jets that you can ride around. I'm still willing to go middle of the road on them.
Yeah.
All right. right, so the box art legendaries for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. Because I feel like we're rolling Rayquaza into this. Even though Rayquaza was a third on that one.
I kind of think you're right on routing them all together. I mean, I don't know the history on how to get them, but I also kind of feel like Rayquaza might be a little above the other two.
Rayquaza has more plot for him because he gets an entire post game dedicated to him taking on Deoxys.
All right, guys.
And Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be listening. I'll pop in and out as I hear stuff and want to talk about stuff. Yeah. But I'm just gonna kind of lay down.
I think for Kyogre and Groudon, you more or less just catch them as you're dealing with Team Aqua and Team Magma, and you catch them to stop them from either flooding the world or turning the entire world into land with no water. I think that's how those go, if I remember right.
So they're plot relevant, but they don't really have plot related to them.
Yeah, they're the MacGuffin the villain teams are after, more or less. I don't know. At least being a MacGuffin makes you more relevant than most legendaries, at least.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's a lot of legendaries as being MacGuffins. So I guess A for them. We have not hit anything bad yet, but we'll get there.
All three A?
Yeah, we'll put them all 3A. Maybe Rayquaza gets to go higher, maybe, since he gets like special post game for him.
Yeah, that's kind of where my question mark is, because I mean, you've got that, and then he's also had decent representation even outside of the Pokemon games, so it's like,
yeah, Rayquaza goes higher. He gets to join Mewtwo, and the fact that he gets to be an actual character in other video games, for the most part. All right, Jirachi. It grants your wish, and I think you just get given it for an event, so no plot. And I think the movie was just it being more or less, hey, I want to make a wish, give me wishes. I'm willing to put it in C because it's like nothing.
Yeah. Like everything you were saying there, I'm like, this is a good candidate for C.
This is a good candidate for go in the dumpster, Jirachi. You're kind of useless.
Well, almost go in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Stand a little closer to the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. Deoxys. Deoxys at least it's an alien. Legitimately an alien. And it gets to fight Rayquaza. You are at least at A tier already by being associated with Rayquaza.
Yeah, and at the same time, I don't feel like higher could be used either.
Yeah.
Because it kind of just is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Lake Spirits, which are... That was the wrong tab. Wixie, the yellow one, Mespirit, the red one, and Azelf, the blue one. They are literally just MacGuffins so that Team Galactic can control Dialga and Palkia. That's it. That's all they are. They're MacGuffins to make not even to be captured and to use them. No, they're just MacGuffins to make the thing to then use to control Dialga and Palkia.
So them themselves are kind of not needed.
Yeah. I kind of think they kind of should join Jirachi. You are not even good enough to be useful to the plot. No, you are just a means to make the plot go forward. You are less than a MacGuffin. You are a MacGuffin to get another MacGuffin.
Yep.
To see with you. Okay, Dialga Palkia, and I won't roll Giratina in this just yet. We're not rolling in Pokemon Devil just yet. We're dealing with Time Dragon and Space Dragon, I believe. If I remember that correct order. For them to rewrite the universe.
I thought it did.
Oh, did it crap out?
It crapped out. So try that again.
Okay. Dialga is Time Dragon, Palkia is Space Dragon. So they are what Team Galactic are going to use to rewrite the universe to how they want it by literally control time and space. And they do literally control time and space. So that's something that legitimately they can do. They're a part of a trilogy of movies that focus on their conflict with Giratina and like rolling it in with Giratina. So there's that. They get to be a part of the rare movie trilogy. I'm willing to say they're A because they at least get plot relevance and cool plot relevance at least.
Yeah, I could say that.
Is it Heateran? Yeah, it's Heateran. Heateran I think should go into C because he is nothing.
Oh wow.
He is a legendary you go into a mountain and you go catch at some point in the game. He is not even noteworthy in the movie he debuts in. So I think you're a perfect candidate to join all the other legendaries that are not even worth trying.
I think you're right, actually.
Yep. Giratina, more or less, this is the devil of Pokemon because he is the master of an alternate universe. He's antimatter. High concept here, I know. He's literally antimatter. I do like that, and this is more Platinum when he's introduced for the plot of Galactic fuck with time and space hard enough that they anger Giratina and he sucks everybody into his universe and proceeds to try to kill them.
Yeah.
Alright guys, the Ambient has fully taken effect. It is bedtime for me.
Okay.
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. If y'all don't mind, I would like for us to sit down and have just a talk about City of Mist, if y'all don't mind. Just so that I can get us all sort of squared away on how it's gonna start, who's who's taking what character, that kind of thing.
That'll work.
So if y'all got free time tomorrow, we can all hop on D20 and on Discord and talk about it for a bit.
We probably have time either before or after we talk about the movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all let me know when y'all have free time tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright, bye y'all.
Bye.
Let's see.
Alright, Pokemon Devil. He's at least A for the fact that he got mad about people fucking with time and space and proceeds to try to kill all of you. And you have to catch him to stop him from killing all of you. I don't know if he's S rank though. What do you think?
I think A would probably be fine.
Okay. Cresselia. I think this is another giveaway Pokemon.
Goodness.
I think this is Darkrai's counterpart, and wow, you didn't even get a movie. You got an episode in the show. You are the dream Pokemon. Well, you can go to sleep and see. You are nothing. Go to sleep and see. Go to sleep. Fuck, I need images for this. Because we're dealing with a wonderful pair of Pokemon here.
I see this.
Let me make sure I get which one of these is correct. Okay. Okay, so the first one here is Peony. It is actually, you obtain it by breeding Manphy, which is the second one. So, and Manphy is just given to you. It has a movie where it is the Guardian of the Sea. And that's kind of it. So, I'm willing to say Manaphy is C, Peony is D. So the simple fact of, congratulations, you are a mythic Pokemon that had to be bred. Cool. You are garbage, kind of. You are, unfortunately, garbage, baby.
You are to fill the Pokedex fodder. Quite literally.
So we go up from here, I would say, because we get Darkrai, who actually got his own movie, unlike his counterpart Cresselia. And has a character in that movie by being... He's supposed to be in nightmares, more or less, representing nightmares, but he's honestly pretty chill and is not a bad person in that movie. But everyone thinks he is because, look, you are spooky ghost Pokemon. Ooh, you are so scary, but no, you're not. But otherwise, he's just another giveaway Pokemon. I don't think you have any special event attached to him. So, he gets middle of the road like everyone else. Join the middle of the road club.
I would say they have t-shirts, but you know, we've got a lot of birds in there. They can't wear shirts.
No. Shaman, another mythic Pokemon, but with 2 forms.
Oh. Wait a minute. I might have goofed something then.
Oh no. What happened?
You might want to look at the stream and tell me what I need to fix. Because I'm behind one somehow.
No, you're fine. You have the same list as me, besides like Zagrade being at the front instead of the back of the line.
Okay.
I put Zagrade at the behind everybody else.
Then let me do the same.
Shaman is our little hedgehog friend here.
Okay.
Who can become more or less this by, I think, taking him to a special area, and he transforms into his sky form, so he can fly. He is no longer a hedgehog child. Oh no, you just use an item and in the daytime, and he just becomes grass flying. Which unfortunately sounds like a bad typing, I think. The most I remember for him is In the movie, he is a snarky little shit, so I'm willing to at least rank him on A for being a snarky little shit.
I mean, fair.
You get A rank by being snarky. That qualifies you as A rank in my book. So, Pokemon God, and as I was telling Glock, this is capital G God. This is the literal God of Pokemon. You don't get above Arceus in terms of like pantheon, more or less. I mean, he gets the special denotion of being able to become any type that then like Sil Valley got to do, but Arceus got to do it first. I'm trying to think of what his relevance in his own game was. Granted, I think you're a mythic giveaway, actually. I don't remember if there's an event for you.
Is it possible that Pokemon God might not be God tier?
I'm gonna say no. Not particularly, unfortunately. I think he gets middle of the road.
I mean, that is a cool gimmick to have, that you can technically have a Pokemon beat any type.
Yeah.
And it's something that gets replicated actually not once but twice that I can think of. Because, you know, Rotoms can also do that.
True, but when I mean every type, I mean literally every type. Not just like a core of 5 types, I think, that
True.
Rotom can become.
I think technically 6 because of its base typing, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, God, you are middle of the road. Speaking of things that are probably going to end up middle of the road, the Swords of Justice that are Kobolin, Terrakin, and Viraziran in that order. Say hello to the 3 Musketeers. That is literally what they are. Unfortunately, the movie they're in they don't even get to be that much of a characters because it's mainly focused on Keldeo. And I don't think they're even relevant in their own games. I think you just encounter them.
That tends to be the common theme.
Yeah. I think they get to be middle of the road, and Keldeo gets to be higher than them, just through simple fact of having a character that isn't just very standard person. Okay, so Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus. Because Landorus might as well get thrown in here as well. He's after Reshiram and Zekrom.
I see.
They get the fancy thing of becoming animals when you use a mirror on them. They're literal forces of nature by controlling weather. Oh god, they're roaming ones. And they're version exclusive roaming ones for 2 of them that you have to have both to get Landorus. I'm willing to throw y'all in the toilet on that one. I'm super close to throwing y'all in the toilet.
Oof.
Not only do you have the Elemental Dogs' gimmick, you have it version exclusive in order to get the 3rd one. Go in the toilet. The whole lot of you. You all deserve the toilet.
Like deep toilet or sea toilet?
Sea toilet. I don't know if they're deep toilet, but all right. Reshiram, Zekrom, and I want to say Kyrium, but I don't think he gets to be plot relevant in Black 2. No, he's plot relevant in Black 2 Y2, I think. He gets to be the villain for Keldeo's movie by being the villain mainly just to test the might of Keldeo. And he's just like, oh, I'm just an old dragon that just hangs out here and tests you youngins. That's it. Goodbye. Leave me alone. Get off my yard. They get special designation of being able to fuse. Because Kyrium can fuse with either Reshiram or Zekrom to make black Kyrium or white Kyrium. They're plot relevant in black and white. And you do get to face the other one, because N captures the opposite one that you catch in black and white. I don't know Kyrium's relevance in Black 2 White 2, unfortunately. And I cannot find that at the moment. Oh, maybe. Oh no, he has no plot relevance. Never mind. He's not even a thing.
Oh.
Great.
Well then.
I kind of want to drop Kyrium lower then for that.
Drop him in sea toilet.
I had actually had a Reshiram and Zekrom in A.
Oh, you
since they
had
got to be
them in
plot
A?
relevant. Yeah, since they are actually plot relevant, and hey, you get your big climactic battle against the boss is against a trainer who has the opposite one. So, if you have that legendary on your team, like automatically, you are stuck with them. So you do get to go Dragon v Dragon. Keldeo gets to be A because he gets to be higher than all three of his brethren. Because he at least gets to be a character. Once. Meloetta, I think, is going in the sea toilet because she is useless. She is Music Mon. I think that's kind of it. I don't even know what other relevance she has besides being music based, so I think she just goes in C. I'm almost willing to say Genesect can join her in C because she is because Genesect is in the garbage movie with the bad representation of Mewtwo.
Wow.
And Genesect's more or less just a robot. Like it's an artificial Pokemon kind of that I think instead of changing type, it can change the type of one of its attacks to be any type. So you have a lesser gimmick than both God in Sil Valley. Oh.
Yep, it did it again.
Okay, have you played X or Y?
No.
Okay. More or less, I think the same kind of situation for Black and White is same here. Where, hey, the legendary is being used to power, I think, a big, like, world-destroying cannon. And you have to stop the bad guy from using them like that. I don't remember if you have to fight the other one. I think you do. No, you just fight the one, so... The Black and White pair. I guess, see? They're kind of middle of the road, maybe? Since they're kind of lesser Reshiram Zekroms.
Yeah.
I think Dionysi goes in C because, like, hey, you have a Mega Evolution, and that's about the most noteworthy thing you have outside of having those little crystal Pokemon being your servants. I don't remember their names offhand. I think Hoopa gets to at least be B by being in a movie where it can just summon legendaries. It can just summon other legendaries to beat the crap out of you. It's not a gameplay mechanic, unfortunately.
Be nice.
Yeah. And Volcanero gets C, I guess, because I don't think it's anything. And I'm tipping Type Null and Silvally because I don't know why the fuck they're here. Why are you here? Alright, guess getting into legendaries you probably recognize more for, like, their rolling games. The Tapus. I'm not sure. I don't know how to feel about the Tapus because I'm like, only one of them I think is a character in the games, and it's like Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
And then the others just exist.
And I mean, really, for the most part, all of them just kind of exist.
Yeah. So I think they get middle of the road.
Yeah.
The whole lot of you. Even though you have a fun attack where you become the head of a giant energy being and smack the shit out of people. Alright, so I think it probably goes without saying that the entire Nebi line gets to be top because they are the core of Sun and Moon story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just all of it up there. Like, there is a reason Lily is the best one of the best characters we've gotten in this franchise in the last few years in the games, and it's partly is because Nebi is good as her partner.
Well, and I feel like on top of that, one of the best things as far as Sun and Moon goes is the fact that, you know, the game focuses around Nebi as opposed to Nebi's just a thing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I feel like is what kind of helps push that up there.
Yeah. So, the Krasma. It's pretty much the focus of the new stuff for Black 2 White, or not Black 2 White 2, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon at least.
Yeah. And it definitely has plot relevance as far as Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Yeah. It's a pretty good boss fight, from what I know. A really hard boss fight at the end of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, when it fuses with Soglio or Lunala.
I've not went far enough to know, so
Neither have I. I only have second. Excuse me, hand knowledge of that. I guess at least A for that.
yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably lean to A, because there's not really anything outside of that that just helps push it a little farther.
Yeah. Magnera, you are C rank. You're not D because I can at least change your paint scheme. That's it. That is your only noteworthy thing, is changing the paint scheme of Magnera. Zigrade, I'm almost willing to say C because getting you is stupid, because getting all of the Zigrade cells and cores.
Yeah. Completely can agree. Like, Uber can agree.
Yeah. And I say that's everything. Except
Unless
for
we just wanted to throw our Gen 8 legendaries into a spot.
I'm willing to say the Sword Dogs at least get A rank.
Yeah. And while I like Eternatus, I kind of feel he is probably more of a B.
Yeah, he's more just here to be the final boss.
Yeah.
You are here to be punched. That's it. We don't even get your Eternamax to play with. No, you're just here to be punched. So I guess if we had Eternatus, he's middle of the road, and good Sword Dogs get to join other legendaries that at least got to do something.
Which, you know, that's actually weird, because I think that's the only group of legendaries that we would split like that.
Yeah. The question is, what is the community rank? So... Okay. Why is one of the Tapus lower than the others? Why is one of these Tapus at the bottom of this list?
That's a good question.
I think all the other Tapus are in C. The full one's in D. Also, Cosmium gets to be bottom of the list, and I say, no, you prove that Lily lifts. You get elevated with everyone else because you're a part of her character journey.
I mean, the only okay I could give would be if it was based off of, like, also dealing with power kind of deal.
Yeah, because Cosmium is more or less a Metapod.
Yeah. Harden for days.
Yeah. You're better off literally beating someone to death with him.
It's one of those, that's the only way I could kind of see that. Like, doing it the way we did, I disagree with some of this, but maybe looking at it at power level concept, maybe.
Yeah. Pretty on there. So yeah, we have rated Pokemon legendaries. Tune in next time where we rate Pokemon birds of the starter variety.
Oh boy.
I joke about that, but I
It's very possible it'll happen.
I'm going to see if they have one.
again, I say, if not, then we could get the images and do one.
Well, there's an evolution one. So that's close. There is not one, I don't think. Damn, there is a ghost Pokemon one. And one for just single stage Pokemon? Oh, okay. That feels like an interesting one to talk about. Maybe. I say that and I look at all these and I'm like, oh god, most of you are just I don't care. Oh god.
I mean,
so
one I kind of thought might be interesting is I think I saw one that was for the starters.
Yeah, there are several starter ones. I think it just depends on, like, do you want to rate evolution lines separately or all together? Because there are several that are like, here's all of them separately. And I'm like, no.
No.
No, I would rather take a one that's just like one of them and just assume that that's all we're talking the whole line. The starters it'll probably be the actual one that's next. Anywho, it is time for releases! And we kick off on the 5th with John Wick Hex for PlayStation 4, MotoGP 20 for Switch, Push and Pulley in Blockland for Xbox One, Tonight We Riot on Switch, and World War Z Game of the Year Edition for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. On the 6th, we have Zombies Ruin My Day for Xbox One, and on the 7th, we have 80s Overdrive for Switch, Cloud-Based Prime for Switch, Fledgling Heroes for Switch, Garatori for Switch, Ghost Files, Memory of a Crime for Switch, Infinite Beyond the Mind for Switch, and for Xbox One, Jay and Silent Bob Mall for all for Switch. Yeah, you gotta miss one at least once. Granted, I missed it too. Lonely Mountains, Downhill for Switch, Monochrome World for Switch, Relic Hunters Zero Remix for Switch, Spirits of the North for Switch, Tennis Club Story for Switch, The Bullet Time of Revenge for Switch, and Void Bastards for PlayStation 4 and Switch. On the 8th, we have Dark Burial for Switch, Feathery Eras for Switch, Fury Unleashed for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, Mega Man Punt for Switch, Sin Slayers for Xbox One, Stone for Switch, and Super Mash for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch. On the 9th, we have High Rise Heroes World Challenge for Switch. And on the 12th, we have Jet Lancer for Switch and Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for PlayStation 4. On the 13th, we have Deep Rock Galactic for Xbox One, Island Saver, for Switch, Patata Fairy Flower for Xbox One on PlayStation 4, and Super Mega Baseball 3 for Xbox One on PlayStation 4 and Switch. On the 14th, we have Best Friend Forever for Switch, Ion Fury for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey HD for Switch, and TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2 for Switch. And finally, on the 15th, we have a Dungeon of the Endless for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Hatsune Miku Project Eva Mega Mix for Switch, Kakuro Magic for Switch, The Eternal Castle Remastered for Switch, and Those Who Remain for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Which takes us to quick draws, and surprising enough, mine is Amiibo. So apparently, there's a patent for Amiibo by Nintendo at the moment that apparently has them wandering around places. So, like, maybe there's something for Amiibo in the future.
Maybe.
So are you excited to see Amiibo return? Maybe.
I mean, it'd be nice. if they did something on the Switch for it. I'm not holding my breath though.
Yeah. There seems to be some type of like moving an amiibo about my control. Oh, it's apparently it's a patent or processing program capable of controlling NFC by using an operational object, aka an amiibo, controlled by the user. More or less, you're using the amiibo as a remote control. So I guess not that exciting. Damn. Oh well. Maybe Nintendo will do something neat with amiibo. I have plenty of amiibo to use it with. But you don't have a quick draw, right?
Right.
So that's it for the week, folks. Tomorrow we get to talk about a fun movie because we talk about the first AC Generations movie, and I enjoyed watching it, which is rare for me to say recently from us watching Ghost. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghost has been a thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately we're not done yet because we still have Respectre. Or Rebirth Spectre. But yeah, anything else?
No.
Alright then, like I said, tomorrow is us talking Heisei Generations, and this week is going to be more of the same. Chimera Squad. Actually doing Odyssey this week and not ditching out on Odyssey. It might not help. I'm in Seaside.
I mean, could be worse.
I have this weird feeling that Odyssey could have been like 2 less worlds.
That's not an odd feeling, that's the truth.
Okay. I was like, I feel like we could do without Seaside and Luncheon, to be honest. If we drop both of those, the game would feel better.
I don't know, I kind of like Luncheon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snow,
I don't know, like,
maybe.
Yeah. I feel like the game could have just used like 2 less worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the week. Doing City of Mist, hopefully next Saturday. Our first D&D of any kinds. I can't wait for us to die in record time.
Oh, I'm sure that'll happen.
Yep. And Friday will be more KH2 as we move on to the fun part of the game.
Yeah, as we actually move on to the game.
Yes. But anywho, if you like what you see, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. 1 follow away from that follower goal. 1 more person. Go tell your friends to come follow. Because we just need 1 more person. At TT Saloon on Twitter. Get you updates on when we're going to live next. Point Discord and chat. Get your Discord link. Drop by. Say hi. You got questions? We got our Dropbox. Drop them in there. We'll answer them. We could use more content. So, for Tommy, I'm Peace. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.